Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to make a quick little video of the last video of little systems to be made and how you can use Trello to execute those little systems very efficiently. All right, so if you don't know Trello, it's a free platform. It's amazing. It's really interface is awesome. So I want to go through what it looks like to have four little cards that make things simple. Okay. Order sent, order completed, order reviewed, payment made, right? Like, you can add more, take out more, depending on how many systems you have for a certain thing, right? This is just for the website guide. So for example, for this kind of board, right, if I click boards, you can see all my other boards and everything, but, depending on what kind of projects you have going on, this is just for little website issues for clients, okay? So for this one, I would just add, I would have my assistant added and the website guy added, right? So basically, they're the only two people who would get notifications from any activity that goes on in this board, okay? So order sent is when I upload a problem. Like I said yesterday, there was like a little issue with the website. The letters were leaving the screen, right? So this is how to upload it, right? As soon as I upload it, he gets a message. The website guy gets an email said like, hey, something was uploaded for work in Trello, right? And then he can come check it out. When he finishes the work, he moves this card to order completed. The task is done, and then my assistant gets a message as soon as it lands here. When it's put here, my assistant gets a message that, hey, something was put in order completed, right? So then she comes and checks it out and sees that what was, if it's actually completed, it's good, and she reviewed it. Once it's reviewed, I can come and take the payment or whatever. So that way I'm involved when the order, when I put in the order, and then when I have to make the payment, or maybe she can put the order and then I can come in to make the payment, etc. Right? So makes things a lot more easier, right? The level, the number of the communication is all being done, and you can see it at any time. So that's that. Now I want to give you a few examples of how to make it, how we're doing how we post problems. Alright, so for example, I don't own domain.net, guys, I wish. But, alright, so I said this website, admin, password, and then the problem is in the checkout page, the number of orders does not fit the box. And I put a picture with the problem, right? So in the picture you can see that this looks horrible. When you write more than 3 letters in the checkout box, it leaves the thing, right? So he has to go fix it. I put in text, and then I also put explanation of video explanation of the problem, and I put the YouTube link. You can upload videos to YouTube with the screen share thing and just put it to unlisted, right? So only the people with the link can watch it. And yeah, it makes things a lot easier. I would recommend people start just getting more comfortable with using video. You'll know exactly what the problem is. Now, for this problem, I wouldn't make a video because it's so simple. But a bit more complex like that, I wouldn't mind shooting a real 30-second video like, hey, check out this doesn't work, so you have to just finish this and this. Boom, done. Alright. Now the most important thing in this whole thing that is left is for the way you set how to make the workflow, right? And that is this. This is what I literally went through with join.me with the guy, right? What was happening with the previous guy, and it's going to sound so stupid, but is that we would put like 1, 2, 3, 4 problem, right? Let's say like 2 websites, it needs like 4 different problems, right? Like one of them, the button doesn't work. The other one, the logo is too bright. It's hurting the client's eyes. We're going to make it more dull. Number 3 is something, and then number 4 is another problem, right? So we put it here. The problem that will happen is when the person would go and see problem 1 and he fixes it. Let's say number 1 is fixed. Number 2, he goes to fix it and he says like, okay, this is the dullest color already. There's no more dull colors. What do I do? So you'd start messaging, in the messages, you can start messaging here like, hey, what do I do? This is 2 colors. So what I would recommend for you guys to do is whenever you're setting with your team or whatever, you guys work with, make it that every response you should also have suggestions in the same response, right? Not like two separate messages, right? So for example, the guy should say, the color is already the dullest, if that's the word. I suggest use A, transparent colors, or B, blah 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 blah. So then when he does that and he messages that, when my assistant comes, she can see that, oh wait, one more thing. When he does this, he should continue to finish 3 and 4. This sounds so common sense, but people don't do this, right? What happens is they get stuck in a thing like, oh shit, this doesn't work. Whatever they choose is it's not doable. So they start messaging and they wait for you to get back. And once you get back, they try to finish this one thing and then they move on. It makes the number of transactions in communication so much more than it needs to be, and it makes things just like hectic. So it'll be, you execute through the problems that there is and you finish everything that you can, first of all. Now the ones that can't, you give a little explanation of why it can be done, and it gives suggestions A, B, or C of what you suggest, because you are the pro that we have for this, right? We don't want to go research of what are synonyms for, not synonyms, like alternative ways to fix that problem for the box, right? You give us a suggestion, and when he does, we see what it is, and we just choose one. So then, anyway, so when the person comes, me or my assistant comes and sees that, all right, okay, order was completed, but some things was done, or like some things has to be done. We see like, okay, we would reply back saying for number 2 we go with B suggestion, and for number 3 that you suggest A, B, C, we go with C, and then he can go in and make those changes and complete it and done, and I can move it for payment, right? So wanted to share a few little ways to communicate that makes things a lot better, and yeah, peace.